We outside living proof, prophesying this place up in smoke like that nigga Snoop. Same crackers had you with slavery, telling you get a noose. We got them same crackers coming bowing down, kissing boots, licking dust. Come get with us and you get this truth. Don't ask why I don't go to church, ask Dylan Roof.
Give me that Judah 5. Go ahead.
Judah 5:17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
Yeah, the God that hates iniquity was with us, because why we weren't doing what he hated at the time. Whenever we went into captivity, we were doing what Most High hated, all the way up until today. We're still doing similar things. That's why he's going to trim the numbers down to where only a select group of people are going to get this word, be redeemed out of America, when this place gets blown to smithereens, you know what I mean? And that's why we're out here every week, to teach our people the time is now. It's time to wake up today, you know what I mean? The time is short, and that's why the years are going by so quick. The last 2 years went by the fastest I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? It's already about to be 2024, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
Read.
They were led captives into a land that was not theirs,
Read.
and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
Go ahead.
But now are they returned to their God.
Yeah, that's what we're planning on doing today, along with the rest of our people. That's in this truth. We turn back to the Most High. Yeah, I'll read.
And are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's the goal right now. We're trying to come back from. What's going on, man? How you doing? Did he stop you already?
No, I stopped. I wanted to talk about the rape, robbery, murder, black.
Right. And I'm like trying to grasp the concept over my head to see, like, actually, like, you know, what are my beliefs in it, and what is my understanding of it, you know?
Of what? The Bible, or just in general?
Just in general, as far as, like, you know, understanding of the tragedies that have been acquired over the time span of, like, racial indifference and things of that nature.
So are you saying that you're not necessarily grasping that?
I'm asking myself the question of how come I didn't think about this earlier? You know what I mean? Like, you know. So.
How old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
50 years old? Yeah. You've been in America 50 years, right?
Yeah, but I have also lived down the seas. Like, I've lived over in Germany and stuff like that. So.
Where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm a military brat, so I was born at Andrews Air Force Base in Washington, D.C., which is District of Columbia. But my brothers were born in Taiwan. My sister was, like, all of us siblings were born in a different state. And I have two brothers.
In the military, yeah. Mine was born in Germany, so that's interesting. Where your family originally come from, like ancestry?
Ireland.
Yes. Irish, right? So you claim to be an Irishman, quote unquote.
Or I wish to be something else, but yeah.
All right, well, but you said what took you so long to think about the atrocities, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, what did that question that my friend asked you spark that particular question today?
Yes.
So only today you thought about it. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm just saying, why haven't I'm trying to grasp the idea that there's, of course there needs to be more work done about it, like the social injustice and all that, you know?
Were you in the military yourself?
No, I was not.
You were just, you were family, you were moving around with your family.
Right.
Okay.
Gentlemen, have a great day. Happy New Year's.
Well, here's the end result. Here's the end thing I want to get across to you. What's your name?
It's Michael.
Michael? That's it.
And I'm late for an appointment, but you guys have a blessed night.
You're going to have an appointment with some chains and a whip, too.
Right.
You understand that? That's the judgment of God for your ancestors.
That's right.
All the Irish slaves that your ancestors have, you're going to pay for it, buddy. And I'm mad you have my name. Anyways, that's how white people feel. He said, I'm mad. I didn't think about it too recently. He didn't think about it at all. You're benefiting from white privilege. Why would you think about anything the other side has to do with? You know what's crazy? I got a message on TikTok. I posted a video about a lady. Same thing I referenced about the banks coming from slave money. I posted. There was a black sister that made a video about it. I reposted on my TikTok. I get all type of comments from devils talking about why are you crying about it? It's like, what? He said something crazy. I'm just like, bro, I know why you don't care, because it didn't happen to you. Like, why are you thinking about the past? I'm like, bro, it's what happened. And that's where you got all your establishment from slave money, free labor, you know what I mean? So why wouldn't I care about it? Why wouldn't I care about the rape, robbery of my people? That's all these concrete junk, as you call it, came from slave money. Period. Banks, jails, businesses, all derived from slave money. Period. And that's why we come out here and rebuke all these devils, man. Rebuke our people too for trying to join hand in. Give me that in Proverbs, actually. Proverbs, or excuse me, Isaiah 13 and 15. And keep reading that. What was your ask? 18 or 19? 19. Yeah. Go ahead.
But now they return to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, you want me to keep going?
No, that's it. That's all. Hold on.
Go into the conversation.
Yeah, keep reading that.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people,
Read.
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome it.
Yeah, that's what happened. This is Judah in the time of the Medial Persians. After that, they got overtaken by what? The Persians and the Medes, like I said. And then the Greeks, and then the Romans, so on and so forth. And then the global scattering after 70 AD. But guess what? Our people still want to join hand in hand with these damn devils. For what? For what reason? Go ahead.
Verse 21, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Yeah, exactly. If we don't sin, these teams are going to look at us like, man, we know how the Most High get down when they're on the right side of the coin. He's going to defend them. We're not going to win no battles against them. We got to keep it pushing. Period. And that's what's going to happen eventually once we get in the right mind and get out of this damn hellhole. Read.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yeah. As soon as you start chastising, raising your voice at a damn white man, like they don't, like this is the thing, they don't care about the Asian man, they don't care about the Arab, they don't care about any African people. Our people love the white man. Period. As soon as you bring up the white man, first of all, some of them have like white parent, white mom, things like that, white friends, white baby mama. Like, who cares? Who cares? God's word stands firm. We don't care about your business, man. That's right. And if you want to go against the grain and join hand in hand with these damn devils, just like the Bible said, you're gonna get thrust through. You know what I mean? But is that it? Give me what the Addy holds. And you give me Proverbs 12 and 28. Go ahead. Baruch 4.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 21. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies.
Keep reading.
Verse 22. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior.
Keep reading.
Verse 23, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but God will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
And that's what we see every day, man. We go on social media, like I said, we turn on the news, we come out to the streets and see our people in shambles, mentally, spiritually, and we get put to death for it, you know what I mean? For our wickedness. People can claim all day long that they believe in God, that they go to church, but I guarantee you, if they believe in that church ideology, they'll tell you straight up and down, well, I don't keep the laws of God. Well, you're finished, honestly. You can't believe in Jesus and not do what he says. It doesn't make any sense. You can't have all faith and zero works. You know what I mean? But our people have to realize, guess what? God already made a promise to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If we come back into our right state of mind, keeping the laws of God, doing His will, that even though He sent us out with weeping and torment, we're going to come back into the Holy Land in peace and prosperity. Period. Read. Keep reading.
Like as now the neighbors of Sion have seen your captivity.
Exactly. All the nations out here see our captivity. They don't care. They build a business in our communities. They get no reprimand for treating us any type of way. But guess what? The Most High got their number. Read.
So shall they see you shortly, your salvation from our God.
And they're going to see our salvation. And that's when you get the wisdom of Solomon 5. They're going to be like, man, they're going to stand in great fear, knowing like, man, these were the children of God the whole time. Not these Jewish rats, not these damn Christians that think they're the new Israel. None of that matters. Read.
Which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
Read.
My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee.
Read.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
We're going to see America's destruction. Babylon the great whore, the daughter of, what does it say in Revelation? Let me see it real quick. It's like Revelation 18. Revelation, the mother of harlots, the abomination of the earth. That's what I'm at. Revelation 17, but you don't need to get that. Just go back to the room. Go ahead.
And shalt tread upon his neck. Verse 26. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Yeah, that's our duty in the truth, man. Once you come to the truth, seek the Most High 10 times more. We don't know what we did in our past life. If you were in the truth today, you more than likely probably were in the truth back then. But since we're in the last days this time around, we're that much closer to see the redemption of our people, the destruction of our enemies. We gotta make sure we 10 toes down in this thing, and our spirit's right, our mind is right, teaching our people, treating our people accordingly. Read.
Verse 29, for he hath brought these plagues upon you, shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that give thee the name will comfort thee.
Read.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall.
Miserable they ain't that place that's rejoice at our fall. They're gonna be miserable when this place starts going through hell. With the race wars, the famine, all that type of stuff. Go ahead.
Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
San Francisco included, Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, LA, New York, Boston, whatever cities that our people are in, they're gonna go through all type of hell, man. Period. We can't wait. Lord willing, we don't get caught up in it, but guess what? We can't wait because that's all part of prophecy. Go ahead.
Miserable is she that received thy sons. Verse 33, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
America's going to be grieved for its own desolation. They think it's the prominent top of the hill as it is right now, but eventually it's going to be like a pile of smoke, man. Perpetual smoke, as it says in Revelation, it's going to be hissing forever. Read.
Verse 34, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Read.
For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting.
Fire will come upon her from everlasting. Starting with nuclear missile fire. Read.
Long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
That's what I wanted. Give me that. America's going to be inhabited of devils for a great time. Go ahead. 12 and 28.
Proverbs 12 and 28. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death.
Exactly. The way of righteousness is life, and the pathway thereof there is no death. When we keep these laws as commandments, guess what? The promises come into effect. The benefits come into effect. for the most part, you know what I mean? But we can still go through turmoil, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is only a short, like, the days that we're living right now is it's not even a blink of an eye to the Most High, you know what I mean? Our people gotta realize it's only a short period of time of frustration and what's called chastisement until the kingdom comes, man. We don't know when it's gonna happen, but guess what? We have faith and we have positive outlook on the future because we read the Bible. We know how the Bible works and how prophecy works because we're the people of the book. You know what I mean? Is that it? Are you? That's it. Give me 2nd Ezra 7 and 41 to 47. Read.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities,
Read.
but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
Yeah, that's what happened. We can't judge everything we go through as it's the worst thing on earth. We're still alive, right? We can still work, we can still eat, we can still enjoy ourselves from time to time. But as a nation, we gotta see it as, hey, we went off as a nation, we're getting judged, but eventually the Most High is gonna turn his wrath on these other people, because we already, as it says in the Lamentations, give me that Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4 and 17. Or it might be just 21. Start at 21. Shoot. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's on 22.
Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Read.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity. O daughter of Edom.
Read.
He will discover thy sins.
This is going to be our last captivity in America. And then we're going to be redeemed out of this place because it's going to be a select group of men, women, and children. They elect the 1/3. They're going to be doing what the Most High asks us to do. Period. In the destruction of this place. Give me that.
Verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. Verse 14. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbears to punish.
Yeah, the Most High is forbearing to punish America right now. There's a couple civil wars, Spanish Revolutionary War, all that type of stuff. That's not going to be nothing compared to when they press a button on this place. Period. They can't protect themselves from that. I was watching the video of a proud devil, proud cracker. You know what I mean? Talking about how great. I think you see me that video? Where the dude was on the little talk show, they were talking about how great America's military was and all that stuff. Did you see me that video?
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, I'm looking at him like, oh, I know this devil don't think this place is going to be surviving forever. Because we know for a fact that their nuclear defense system failed on numerous occasions. We know that for a fact. And that's how America's going to fall.
Right.
All the what's it called? The fighter jets they got. That's what he started naming off.
Yeah.
F-15, F-16, F-22. Like, bruh, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything.
He thinks hardware is going to deliver America, man.
Yeah, this is a spiritual battle, man. Oh, hey, man. What was he talking about?
I was asking him about the rape, robbery, and murder stuff, and he was saying it was crimes against humanity.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, that's still going, so it's not necessarily crimes against humanity, and it's unique, so it's not against humanity, it's against us.
That part. Anyways, read.
Isaiah 47:1. Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Read.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah. Most High said, the daughter of the Chaldeans, which is America today, is no longer called tender and delicate. All the atrocities are coming out at the forefront. The Balenciaga madness, the child trafficking, all that stuff, Pizzagate, all that stuff is just still surface level things. It's still tragic. It's still tragic to hear about. But the average person doesn't care about that. They go along with their day. All these news cycles already left that in the past already. They don't talk about Balenciaga no more. The new wave is what? What are they talking about today? The Meg Thee Stallion case, Tory Lanez. What else? What else is at the forefront?
They did him dirty though.
Well, of course they did. I'm not going to speak on that too much, but we know what that was about. He's been going against the grain for a while in the industry. They don't like it. He's making his own money. They want to control him, and he don't want to be under their thumb. But
Ye missing.
oh yeah, Ye went missing. I mean, that's propaganda. They might have tried to put him under some type of sedation, like they threatened him to. That CIA operative from Canada that was a strainer. You know what I mean? Jewish man, by the way.
This is not the first time he's gone missing either, too.
I mean, they can say he's missing. He's just not on
Probably
camera.
not. He's probably in the hospital somewhere.
Maybe he's just not on camera. Because of course they want to make it seem like we had to worry about him, but he's been speaking for a while, and he did his job quite a stretch. He did his job. He stayed with the Jews. He went on those talk shows and spoke his truth. Even though we don't have to agree with everything he says, but guess what? The main thing, he said, we're the people of the book, and them Jewish people take advantage of this every day, which is the truth. It's facts. Go ahead. You already ready? Oh yeah, give me this.
This is 2 Maccabees 6:14. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbears to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sin.
Yeah, America hasn't come to the fullness of its sins yet. The sins are already up to the crowd. It's already up to the Esau's shoulders, but it hasn't quite drowned him yet. You know what I mean? I believe that the straw that's going to break the camel's back, in my opinion, is when he tries to force this RFID chip on him. You know what I mean? That's going to be when the Most High is like, okay, well now it's time to unleash the floodgates on these people. He's going to allow some people to take it, obviously, but in reference to us that don't want to do it, he's going to start killing the blood of the saints, like it says in Revelation. Be martyrs for this truth. Most High, okay, but now we can't turn back from that point. Even though it's already been prophesied, this is me speaking as a man, seeing how the prophecies play out in today's time. Read.
Verse 15. Lest that, being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us.
Exactly. The Most High going to take vengeance of us. Go ahead.
And therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us. And though he punished with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people.
17.
Verse 17. But let this that we have spoken be for a warning unto us.
Yeah, we speaking this as a warning to our people, whether in truth or not. Read.
And now we will come to the declaring of the matter in few words. Verse 18.
Oh, that's all I want. That's all I want. The few words are what I'm about to read right now. What's going on, man? Where you from, man?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm from Bakersfield.
Bakersfield?
Yeah.
You said you're Native American?
Yeah.
What tribe?
Ida.
Ida?
Ida.
Where's that located? Bakersfield area or northern?
No, the Yokuts are the Yokuts and the Utes are kind of in that area too. But where I'm, my family, a lot of my, a lot of migrating. But Haida is Oregon, Washington, up through British Columbia into Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I used to work on an island in Alaska called Metlakatla. It's a salmon fishing area, so.
Okay.
So
like,
they were relocated to here. They have a reservation.
no, that was where. That's the only reservation in Alaska, is the island of Metlakatla.
Yeah,
in all of Alaska.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
So they took, were you guys originally on the island, or is that just where they put you?
A migratory group from Washington, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, and Canada, and then up to Alaska. I guess that one little island has got a population of like 2,500. I guess that's where they put the people.
So they took y'all from those states and pushed y'all out there.
I mean, I don't know about the reservations. Like, I don't know about the reservations in Washington or Oregon. I just know that's where they were from. There might be reservations there, but I'm not. I just know the reservation in Alaska because that's where I spent a lot of time.
That's where you were at?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your tribe, though. You can go there and find your tribes from there.
Yeah. Like, I know I can go to that island right fucking now.
Okay.
And walk up to any door, knock on it, and I will be inside.
Okay. You have the quantum card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on me.
No, I'm just saying,
Not on me, but like I just got done at a rehabilitation facility here in the city that's for Native Americans.
Okay.
So I just got done there. So.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, right? Yeah.
Right around the corner. 56
So have you ever thought, why is it that the Native Americans, it's crazy, man. They're like the only people, man, that they have to have a certain amount. It's like they have to prove their pedigree, man.
Oh yeah, you have to
The
have
whole
your
blood
mark.
quantum is it's just dirty. They're like really the only people. This is how we know that those are the children of God,
Like,
man.
I had to get this on me because it took a long time for me to get my card. So this is my first tattoo I got. I just got it when I was 18. I was just like, it's a Haida art. It's Native American web. So I had to get that tattooed on me just like to prove myself around some of the people I was around.
And it's crazy that the federal government did this to our brothers, man. You have to have a certain amount for you to be recognized as these people. No one else on the earth got that but our Native American brothers, man. So you know what's absolutely you know what's happening with the what's happening with the child the Indian Child Welfare Act right now, right?
You know what? I'm ashamed to say I'm not as up on what's going on.
Okay, so you remember with the whole thing about boarding schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that like
Cool.
from an early age.
So what had happened was,
It's total assimilation. That's all they wanted was total
they were
assimilation.
able to walk up on any reservation and just take the children, put them in boarding schools
And call it in the name of God.
in the name of God, all right? Or
Yeah.
check this out. The thing about it is that once they stopped that, then it became the CPS systems about child protective services.
They created other facilities.
Absolutely, but then they made it a law.
Insidious like agendas to get
It's very
inside.
insidious.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So
Oh, yeah.
they made a law, right? A federal law saying since they already went through this, we're gonna make what's called the Indian Child Welfare Act, saying that children are not going to be given to white families no more. They're going to either go to extended families or other Native American families before anything else. That's being under attack right now in the Senate. Again, so Native American children are in danger again.
Of going
Going
in the
being
name of God being given to
not in the name of God, just
government.
In the name of government,
In the
just
name of
politics.
government,
Because
yeah.
this white family in Texas took it to the Supreme Court saying, why can't I adopt a Native American child as an American? I should have the right to do that.
There's evidence that says it's not good.
Absolutely, because they lose their identity, and this is one of the the things of what genocide is. See, people think genocide is just killing
Killing
somebody.
the person, it's killing their identity.
It's fine.
For
I'm
sure.
gonna show you what genocide is.
No, I know what genocide is.
Yeah.
Like, I do know it's killing the identity. It's whenever you take a person and you adopt them and you try and assimilate them to your points of view without giving them education on where they're from. Absolutely. And that's absolutely insane.
And that's
I'm
what
not
they
about
would
that.
do.
Like, yeah, a belief is something that is personal and is something that, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else and it furthers you as a human being, should be praised.
So
It should be something that is fostered. Instead, people are getting shit on.
Law. This is what it defines genocide, and it's 5 points. A. This is under UnitedNations.org. A. Killing members of a group. B. Causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group. C.
What's going on with
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Hispanic community?
Deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part. D. Imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. C. Forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. So there's only one
crazy.
point.
And that's kind of like a diaspora. The
Absolutely.
definition of diaspora.
And there's only one point that got to deal by actually killing somebody. And this is where our Native American brothers is going through, man. Every single day,
I
man.
just got done at the smoke shop at Genocide. I've been going there for a couple years, and the dude who owns it is a Jewish cat, and he gives people credit because he's just a good guy. And right when I walked in, he was dealing with the person who he had been giving credit to, and it's just like
It's foul.
then it's foul and it's bad how much people are willing to get taken advantage of before they realize that they are the victim. They know what.
Absolutely. But let me ask you something. Do you believe in the Bible now?
I do not.
Okay. What if I told you that everything that was happening to the Native Americans, to Hispanics, and to so-called black people here in the Americas was prophesied in the Bible thousands of years ago?
What I have to say that is that since the beginning of man, there has been racism, there has been identicism, there has been, and that leads to isolationism, isms. I don't believe in it.
I agree.
And I just have to say, like, for that to be in a book, for that to be in a Bible, like a written, declarative document of an identity to a religion, I just.
That's the thing, though. The Bible, they made this into a religious text, and it really wasn't at first.
Well,
It was.
It
It was no. Actually, no. But see, these texts, they predate religion. They predate Christianity. They predate everything, man.
They predate everything, but
Right.
they were written
They were
many years.
but
They were written
thousands
many
of
years
ago.
after.
But thousands of years ago.
No, I know.
Right. You mean translate?
Now we're getting into.
Right.
We're getting
You
into
can say
some,
you can
we're getting into
translate
semantics.
that.
But
the
I
thing
mean,
it's not
I agree with
semantic.
I agree with you on everything
Yeah.
that we've talked about so far. I'm just not a religious person.
Absolutely. We're not religious up here either. We go about what the book says, and that's it. We refute religion. Up here, we're totally against religion because our people has been indoctrinated with religion, and that's what caused our people to what we're going through right to this day. But what I'm saying about the sufferings of the Native Americans is documented. It was written thousands of years ago that it was going to happen to them. And you may say, yeah, well, it's racism and classism. It existed from the beginning of time. But every single thing that was suffering, that Native Americans were going to go through, point for point, was prophesied in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
And I could be wrong because every time I picked up the Bible, man, I put it back down.
Absolutely. Well, let me show you something just real quick.
I've got like 2 more minutes, but yeah. I'm on my way to see some friends. Oh, yeah. I thought it was crazy. I was just talking to my dude down the way, and then I kept talking to you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. What is your belief system then? What do you, I mean, like
Human secularism.
secularism?
Yeah, I believe in man. I believe in my fellow man.
What about science?
Science is cool.
Do you believe that over religious beliefs, things like that?
I believe things that are constantly being questioned, constantly being reproven again, and constantly having eyes on it. That's what I believe.
Can you give an example?
It's pretty much science, yeah. Scientific method. I believe
Science is coming behind the creation, though, right? Science explains the creation that already happened, correct?
it can, in certain aspects, and then
That's the only thing science is.
do we have an explanation of where we are from? That is 100% dyed-and-clad empirical evidence that we are from this or that. We don't. There's nothing that can prove that.
I mean, I would say
I come from
I would say that was your opinion.
It's an opinion, but I mean, what's your response? Other than it's my opinion.
I mean, I would say we come from a spiritual deity.
I do. I believe that 100%.
You believe there's a
I believe the
there's
connection
a power
between
force.
a man and a woman, or a man and a man, a woman and a woman. I believe,
A man and a man.
yeah,
What?
love. I believe in love.
That's confusion.
Like what kind of love? Like what kind of love we're talking about right now? A love within a brother and a brother, or we're talking
Talking about homosexuality?
I'm talking about love with any.
a romantic love within men that goes against nature?
You know, I've kind of got my own opinion on that, and if that's where this is ending,
Well, no, that's just one thing.
I mean, I gotta go.
We're talking about creator, but
I know creation comes between a man and a woman.
No, I'm talking about the creation of everything.
Oh, the creation
earth,
of everything.
The earth. So, you believe a creator created the earth? Or what is that what your question is?
I do not know. That's what I'm on my search for.
Okay.
That's what this life for me is. I'm trying to find answers, man. And you know, the more I look for answers, the more questions I get.
What your elders say? Because the elders,
They shut me down.
The elders believe in the Creator. They believe in the Great
I
Spirit.
understand it. I do. They believe in the great spirit. They believe in the Creator. They call him
The Creator.
grandfather or the Creator.
Different tribes call him great grandfather or
Grandfather,
or
granddad.
or it's crazy, man. That either the Creator, the Great Spirit, or the Great Father. It's exactly what the ancient Israelites believed in.
And they have similar customs as well as the
I
Israelites.
love it because they believe in it without hurting other people. Some of them do.
I mean,
Not all of them.
That's fine.
But that's what I believe. That's what I believe is.
But that's the same reason that they got taken advantage of. Right or wrong?
See, and that's
They trusted the white man to come over here,
right.
and they got backstabbed. So why would you want to trust those same people today?
That's not what I'm. That's not at all what I was saying. I'm
not
saying.
that's just saying. That's what I'm saying.
What I.
That's the climate we're in today. White people are dictating our people still, right?
In the United States, yes.
The United States dictates the world for the most part. I mean, we don't live outside of America, but we know what happens outside of America.
We can only talk about where we're from.
Exactly.
I understand that.
So here's my thing, like the Native Americans all over the Americas, North Central and South America, quite as kept, all had
Aztecas.
exactly the Mayans, the Incas, everybody, the islands, Puerto Rico, all that. They all come from people in the Bible. We can prove it.
Oh, really?
Historically, archaeology, all that type of stuff. But that's what I'm saying, though. That's why we focus on the Bible so much. Even though it's been propagated as a religious text, it was only written by a group of people. It's not, oh, it's a white right there. What's that white Jesus at? There was no white Jesus.
No.
That's white supremacy. That's white supremacy.
It's you go into a church and you see a picture of Jesus and you're like, that's not what that motherfucker looks like at all.
What did Jesus look like?
He had from what I know, he had a prominent nose. He did not have long hair, but he was bearded. He had like a short cropped square beard.
I mean, that's not what it says in the Bible, but he definitely wasn't white. He's
not white.
He's listed as somebody with bronze skin, burnt bronze skin with woolly hair.
When was anybody white made in the Middle East, but by white people in the Middle East? Doesn't work that way.
And you mentioned that
Science.
You mentioned that Jewish man earlier. Is that a white man in there?
No.
What is he?
He's Jewish. He's dark.
He's dark. From
Dark.
where?
You know, I don't know where he's from. I know he has an accent, and he sounds like
Yemen?
he's from Israel.
Interesting. I gotta talk to that guy. He might be from Yemen.
They're not.
Yeah, check that out. But anyway, let's read one thing to you real quick.
I got to go.
Two things actually. Let me read
got
two
to
things.
go.
Read.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes. Get that? Thy ox shall be slain before thine eyes. Thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away before thy face, and that shall not be restored to thee. Look. What happened right here?
That looks like casualties.
No, these are buffalo skulls.
These are buffalo skulls.
This is in America. What they did to the Americans is starve you guys out to comply.
They killed all the buffaloes.
Exactly.
That was their main food source.
Exactly.
So they're like, we don't have to kill them. We'll just fucking starve them.
Well, no, they still killed you guys, but you guys still didn't want to comply.
And make them dependent on their rations. We can just give them flour and alcohol. Well, let's kill their buffalo and make it illegal for them to hunt.
That's last of the white people like introduce drugs into the culture.
Absolutely.
Introduce drugs. Take away the food. And take away the source of the culture, which is the kids. There's a plan to it.
And they're still kidnapping them and prostituting them to this day, right
They do
now.
it with a smile on their face when they sharpen their knives behind their back and laugh at everybody as they fucking do it.
Absolutely. And that's why they're the devil the Bible speaks of. You have any white friends?
Yeah.
It's time
Couple.
for you to separate from those white friends. There's no benefit in having white friends. Because there's something called the Day of the Rope. I want you to look that up. You have a phone, right?
I'll look it up, yeah.
The Day of the Rope. Look into it, because it's pretty crazy.
It's been an awesome encounter. I didn't expect it to happen.
What was your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, nice to meet you, man.
Tyler.
Hey, you say from what tribe again?
Haida.
No, Haida. IDA?
No. H-E-I-D-A.
Okay.
What's the name of the nation? Haida's a tribe, and they're part of what nation? Okay, it's its own nation. Okay, cool.
Spread from fucking, like I said, Oregon, Washington, Canada.
Yeah, we're going to do some research. We appreciate your time, man.
What was that last thing you told me to look up?
The Day of the Rope. Day of the Rope.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Absolutely.
You say, man, you're a Gadite. Tribe of Gad.